Okay, today we are diving into one of the fastest, and I mean fastest ways to give your wildlife photos a serious upgrade. Seriously, it's a foundational step that so many people just skip right over, but man, it makes a world of difference. Let's jump right in. So you've been there, right? You're out in the field, you absolutely nailed the focus, the lighting is gorgeous, the animal is just doing its thing, but then you get that shot on your computer and something just feels off. It's sharp, yeah, but it doesn't have that professional pop. So what is going on here?
Well, a lot of the time, the problem comes down to these tiny hidden flaws that are actually created by your camera lens. These are things our eyes see but can't always put a name to. They just register as, a lack of quality. And the first, most common culprit is this thing called color fringing.
Now, if you want to get technical, the term is chromatic aberration. It's really just a basic problem with optics where the lens can't quite focus all the colors of light onto the exact same point. You can think of it like a tiny, unwanted rainbow showing up right on the edges where you want those details to be the sharpest. And you have absolutely seen this, for sure. It's that thin, kind of ugly line of purple or green that appears on high-contrast edges. Like a bird against a really bright sky or along the dark branches of a tree. It just screams digital photo, and it kind of cheapens the whole look of the image.
But believe it or not, that color fringing, that's only half the battle. There's another invisible problem that's probably warping your images without you even noticing it, and that's lens distortion.
Every single lens, especially the big zoom lenses we all love for wildlife photography, physically bends light in a way that can mess with the geometry of your shot. Straight lines might look a little curved, and you almost always get those slightly dark, shadowy corners. That's a natural vignetting that can just make your whole photo feel a bit unbalanced.
So we've got these two little gremlins in our images, this color fringing and this lens distortion. And they're both kind of working against us, trying to undermine our best shots. But here's the good news. The fix is not some complicated 10-step process. In fact, it is almost laughably easy.
The solution is literally 2 simple clicks inside your lens corrections panel. This is that instant upgrade we're talking about, the one that tackles both of those fundamental problems all at once. So you just go to your lens corrections panel, and you're going to see 2 little checkboxes. First, check Remove Chromatic Aberration. That's click number 1. Poof, goodbye purple and green halos. Then, right below it, click Enable Profile Correction. That's click number 2. Your software is smart. It already knows the exact lens you used, and it will instantly fix its unique distortion and vignetting. It is really that simple.
And the result? Your image is just instantly cleaner. And here's the key. This happens before you even think about your creative edits, like playing with colors or adjusting the exposure. This is step 0.
But look, let's not just talk about it, let's actually see it in action. The change might seem subtle at first, but I promise you it is powerful and it is immediate. Just pay really close attention to the edges of the subject and the corners of the frame. Okay, just look at the difference here. On the left, in the before, you can see those slightly dark corners, right? And if you look close, that subtle color fringing on the edges. But on the right, in the after, the edges are clean, they're sharp, the corners are bright and even. The whole image just has its natural, optically correct shape back. It just looks right. So why are we making such a big deal about doing this one simple thing first? Well, because this isn't just another adjustment. This is about building your entire edit on a perfect foundation.
Think about it. By doing this first, you're giving yourself a totally clean, corrected canvas to work on. You're making sure that colors are accurate from the get-go without any of that weird fringing throwing things off. And because of that, every single edit you make afterwards, whether it's sharpening or color grading, is just going to be that much more effective. You're starting from a perfect base image.
So that's really the whole takeaway here. It all boils down to this. 1 panel, 2 clicks, and you've given your photo a massive professional boost before you've even touched a single slider. It's the highest impact, lowest effort move in the book.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a fix this powerful is just hiding behind 2 little checkboxes, what other game-changing secrets are just sitting there, in plain sight, in the software we use every single day? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.